There is, and I could never adequately explain it, a man named Stan Tenen. And Stan Tenen has a rather elegant theory. I'm sure you've heard of the book, The Bible Code.
Yes, where they try to look at numbers that repeat in the Bible.
Yes, that's right. And everybody seems to be agreeing that they have, in fact, found this code. Now, Stan Tenen believes that this code translates to geometric patterns and shapes that actually allow one, when one is in a state of meditation with regard to these geometric shapes, to experience what Genesis really is, to experience creation itself.
Mm-hmm.
Just a theory. Unlike the one, I believe the Bible Code book seems to predict Kennedy killed, or, various occurrences, sort of a Casey-like prediction series throughout the Bible. Stan Tenen, on the other hand, seems to feel that these codes are here to produce geometric patterns, very much like, as you suggest, when you look at your hand. I'm just not doing justice to it, but you might want to look into what his work is.
Yeah, when the New York Times reviewed my book, they put my book Hyperspace on the cover, by the way. It was the lead book that they reviewed. They ended the article by looking at Jewish mysticism. And they mentioned that in the Kabbalah, the Kabbalists, the number 10 is supposed to be the sign of creation. And it's 10 dimensions that have riveted the attention of the world's physicists for the last 10 years. We've just been fascinated at the mathematical beauty that you get. The equations can only exist in 10 and 26 dimensions. And then it was pointed out to me by somebody who emailed me that if you take the letters of Yahweh, Jehovah, in the Hebrew, and add up the numerical equivalent, you get the number 26, which is the other magic number in physics.
Exactly.
Now, I'm not a numerologist. I'm a mathematical physicist. You have to realize that.
Yes.
But it has been pointed out to me by the New York Times, in fact, that there are mystical theories of the number 26 and the number 10, which happen to be the dimensions singled out by this theory, okay? Which is, take it or leave it.
Take it or leave it, right. East of the Rockies, you're on the air with Dr. Kaku. Hi.
Hi, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Yes, sir?
Dr. Kaku, explain your analysis of the damaged nuclear reactor at 3 Mile Island and how it can go critical again or even melt down.
People don't realize that accidents that happen sometimes just keep on going. Like Chernobyl, for example, the reactor actually goes critical when it rains. It went critical last year. I was shocked when the Reuters news wire service carried the story. But there it was. Rainwater will slow down neutrons, and slow neutrons can fission more than fast neutrons, which is the opposite of common sense. So when it rains, water seeps into the core at Chernobyl, reflects the neutrons, slows them down, and the chain reaction starts up again. And radiation levels soared by a factor of 10
in
the Chernobyl reactor. And the director of the reactor, in fact, was quoted as saying that at some point we're going to have to go in with bulldozers and, for once and for all, put that core to rest. The core at Chernobyl is stable because the Red Air Force came out. The firemen were unable to put it out. They called out the Red Air Force, and they came out with helicopters and jets to sandbag that reactor. They put sand all over with boron. And borated sand was then sealed with cement, right? And that's what's keeping this tomb intact. But it could go critical. In fact, it did go slightly critical last year when radiation levels began to rise. Now, at 3 Mile Island, the core has been physically removed. Most of the uranium is gone. However, there are fragments of uranium still left in the core. And believe it or not, there is sufficient uranium at 3 Mile Island, with most of the core removed, lobotomized, so to speak, to also create criticality. So a nuclear accident is forever. Even at 3 Mile Island, there's still dangers of criticality.
Why don't they ever tell us these things?
Because it would scare people. I think my professors are the ones who created these things, and they thought that these reactors would be built underground because they're quite unstable. They would be built underground, so in case of an accident, you just put a manhole cover on it and walk away from it.
Mm-hmm.
But then the utilities wanted them above ground, and we physicists got very uneasy. And we said, no, wait a minute, we're not quite finished yet with this technology,
Doctor, we are out of time. Your book is going to be available in about 2 weeks, your newest book. And I take it will be available nationwide in all the bookstores, that sort of thing?
That's right. Anchor Doubleday is the publisher.
Okay.
And it's called Visions, How Science Will Revolutionize the 21st Century. It talks about the future of DNA research, the future of space travel, encounters with civilizations in outer space, the future of computers and robots.
And
robots.
And the book you have out now, Hyperspace, is that still available?
That's right. Anchor Books is the publisher of Hyperspace. It's in paperback, and it was a bestseller, and it's still in the market.
Well, this has been a distinct pleasure, Doctor. And if you'd like to email the good doctor, he'll be getting lots of it. It's mkaku@aol.com. Doctor, thank you.
My pleasure.
Have a good sleep.
Okay, I will.
Take care, Doctor. All right, there you have it, folks. That's it. I guess we're done. We're certainly out of time. I'm Art Bell. We'll be here Sunday for Dreamland Live. Look for us then. In the meantime, from the high deserts, good night.